There are many problems with The Last of Us Part 2, main story choices, uninventive weapon modding, and pacing issues throughout the game. But there's one thing I want to focus on that really hindered my experience of the game, and that is the scavenging system. In this video, I'm going to go through why I think the scavenging system greatly needs improvement, as well as possible solutions to make the experience more enjoyable. Also, just a heads up, this video may contain minor spoilers, so I would suggest you finish the game before you continue watching this video. Initially, there doesn't seem to be anything inherently wrong with the scavenging system. Jumping into the game, the looting feels familiar and natural to you. It only becomes a problem when you're forced to loot such large areas introduced to you as the game progresses. It feels as if the way you scavenge, which was brought from the original game, does not keep up with the reimagination of the current level design. The Last of Us Part 2 has some of the best environments for encounters and gunfights. There are multiple paths to take, different angles to approach situations, and tools at your disposal to give you an edge in combat. I really enjoyed the various encounters in this game because the fights never went the way I expected. When I tried to take an enemy out quietly, I was almost always discovered and I found myself scrambling to survive. It's tense, uncomfortable at times, and surprisingly rewarding, and it's unfortunate that the most frustrating parts of the game happen once these encounters are over. In between fights, I'm constantly opening up cabinets, walking in circles around desks and bookcases, and revisiting areas in hopes of finding materials I may have missed. My problem with the scavenging system is that it makes me feel as if I'm wasting my time. Wasting time when I could be doing stuff like this, and instead I'm doing stuff like this. In the first few hours of the game, I was very thoughtful in how I managed all my crafting materials, making sure I'm not wasting my scavenging efforts by using my resources efficiently. A dozen hours in though, I started to realize how much time it took to constantly manage my inventory. I noticed that I wasn't taking in the sights of the world that Naughty Dog has created and just looking for materials and spamming the triangle button. It made me wonder, am I going around collecting materials because I actually enjoy it, or I'm doing it because I feel forced to do it? I didn't want to carelessly miss out on important items, like new weapons, holsters, and training manuals. It felt as if I was caught in a system they created, where I spend the majority of my time looking for materials. The most enjoyable part of the game for me was the small, semi-open section in an earlier chapter of the game. I was able to choose which areas I would like to explore, take in the sights as I rode around on horseback, and investigated things that caught my eye. I also had access to a map that can be updated with areas of interest as I explore. These areas were designed to be scavenged, with materials grouped together in tighter spaces, making it feel more organic and methodical. If they extended this concept across the rest of the game, it would have been a way more enjoyable experience. Now that we've gone through what made gathering materials a chore, we can get into some possible solutions to the scavenging system. Similar to Seattle Day 1, imagine having other semi-open areas that can be explored. These areas can have a few spots designed for more enjoyable scavenging. I could use binoculars at lookout points and mark down places of interest on my map that may contain materials or special items. So instead of looking through countless file cabinets for some spare fabric or ammo, I could be scavenging through 2 to 3 small areas to explore. Another option is, instead of these large areas to scavenge, there could be locked rooms that contain materials, or blocked off areas that can be reached by using explosives or Molotov cocktails. So instead of mindlessly looting an area after an encounter, it becomes more of a puzzle to solve. There won't be mass amounts of material scattered all over the buildings. They're actually placed in distinct spots that I would need to figure out how to get to. I know the game already does that with safes and some locked rooms, but because they sprinkle in so many materials randomly throughout the world, I'm still constantly looking in every nook and cranny trying to find stuff. Imagine if they created side quests that were designed for us to obtain important resources. For example, I could stumble upon a note that gives me hints that there may still be a shotgun and some leftover ammo at a police station. I decide to go check it out and find that it's infested with clickers. It would make sense that people may have skipped this area because it was too dangerous to explore. With side quests like these, The game gives me a hint that maybe this is an area worth exploring, so I don't miss out on important items in the game. So those are my thoughts about the scavenging system, as well as some possible solutions to make the experience more enjoyable. So what do you think? What was your favorite solution? And do you have your own solution to make the scavenging system better? Let me know in the comment section below. If you liked the video, subscribe for more content like this, and thanks for watching.